What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Darkness Falls back here in another video saying, yeah, man, we are here to go over the Aether Gazer global tier list here for the S rank modifiers. So, yeah, man, I know there are some modifiers here that are not available in game, but for some reason they just had them on here. The Dark Star Hella herself, Scotty, and of course you see the other girl here. So I'm not going to go over them or Leviathan, but I'm just going to go over the ones that are currently available in game to global. So yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my own thoughts and things on this tier list, so that way you understand, who to save for, or who you should hopefully pull for, who you should reroll for, whatever the thing is, or if you want to get the character now or later. So going off with the tier list, and it's no real particular order. I can just randomly pick between some of these, but first I'm just going to start off with tiers. So mainly when it comes to S ranks, they are pretty decent at what they do, but some are just superior to others. That's just how it is when it comes to gotchas. So I'm gonna leave C and D off, and we're only just gonna do S, A's, and B's. So going with the light tier here, of course the husbando, I gotta move your boy up to B. So if you guys know what he does, I got up a wiki here that I use mainly when I played the CN version. Now, I don't know mainly if they changed a lot of things with this type of tier, but a lot of these verbiages are pretty spot on translated, so it's not a big deal. I know some people are using like these English type sites, I don't know what they are about, but this one is more accurate. You see, we got all the skills here. We got other little things there. We do have the main thing down here. Then of course you have some other little things that can really help play out. Same thing with this. So like I said, this was just more to me, especially if you're coming from CN or someone who has played this game for about a year now. It's just more concise than what people are putting on English sites. So I'm going to put it in the description so that way you guys can view it. So coming up with tier, man, his skills, he's using the giant sword, doing pretty good damage on it. And of course you have the imprinting, where he just put them out and then of course hit people with it. So he's a great damage dealer in that aspect, but he's mainly slow. So if you guys ever use this unit or seen him, it's hard to really run around and get to your opponent, get some dodges in, do some things. Even if you just have him on an AI unit, which I've had him do as well, the AI don't really do much. So when you got like different units, you got to understand how the unit plays. It's going to be hard for them to get to the opponent depending on their play style, and his play style is just not that great. So when it comes to people like Kotachi, people like Tsukiyomi, people like the other girl, they can get to the enemies faster and kill them. Same thing with some range units like Hella, or some units, if you guys know CN, like Hades. She's a puppeteer. They don't have to go near the enemies. They can just range them out, which is very good for the AIs. So tier, I put him in the B rank because, like I said, to me, out of the global tier list, he's the worst 5-star to me on launch. So tier, gonna get rid of that. So let's go ahead and move over to this. So again, like I said, no particular order here. I'm just picking, but of course, I'm just gonna go with Ashura. So Ashura, I will put here in the A tier, and she's third here. So Ashura here, man, this is a very good unit. So I like her the way she's categorized as. So as you guys see, man, this character fire attribute character. This character can also stop time, put them in that little dome, and just keep welling on them. She's the only character so far that can do that, and that's very powerful. So when I fight certain enemies and hit them, as you see, that's skill 2, the Buddha Trapper Prisoner, whether it's translated in English another term. Like I said, I'm not going off those that's currently in game, but she bind them in that field, and you and your teammates can just go in there and well on them. So Astra was one of my units I did get when I first started playing the game, and I mainly used her a lot. And man, Astra was just good. Now, like I said, her typing is good as well, because you don't have too many people to start off with her typing. That's gonna really help. So Ashura, I would say, is very high up on the list when it comes to S rank characters. She's one of the best ones I would recommend to people if they really don't care about Kotachi or Tsukiyomi. But if you get her off banner, or you get lucky and get her, which some people have, I've seen people who run her with Tsukiyomi. They're not tripping on that. She's very good. So Ashura, good pick. We're gonna go ahead and come out of here. So Ashura, put there. Next, we're gonna go with S Poseidon. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put S Poseidon there in the A rank. So S Poseidon is here. So as you guys see, man, S Poseidon here is very good as well. She is a very good modifier. She can freeze the enemies, and she can also lower the ice resistance. So of course, if you put her in some ice comps, you know, later on down the road, or just ice teams, they're gonna be able to do ice damage. Now, I know there ain't too many ice modifiers out there, but I know there are some that are really gonna probably creep up. Now, she can go in some different teams to help with that, and I think she's good. Now, for me, I didn't mainly use her as much. I do have her, but I used her, you know, a good amount of it, to where, like I said, she's just not like my top units. So like I said, that's why she's in that tier for a reason. Like I said, she has some usability, but the other people are just, like I said, more superior. But she can freeze the enemy, which can come clutch, so they're not attacking you. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a lot of other things that the other characters can do, she cannot do those. So the icicles is good. The way she attacks is not that bad. Like I said, she's a good AI unit. Like I said, I just prefer her A rank variant, because the healing is something you're going to need, especially when you get into those later you know, fights. People think you're going to run 3 DPSs. It's not going to work. You're going to end up dying. And like I told you guys in my last video, you want to have a healer in all your teams. Now, if you're just doing some farming where you don't need to dodge, you know, some crazy bosses or anything like that, you can have 3 DPSs in there. It doesn't matter. But when you're going through those main dungeons and other things where it's going to require that, you're gonna need a healer. But yeah, man, great character overall. Like I said, she's pretty good. You know, we got some other things here to just mainly talking about. She can freeze. That's her main thing. Now, if the enemies can't really get touched by that, the freeze is pretty useless. So she's not really good there. So yeah, you're gonna require some enemies that it's not gonna do much for, but she can freeze bosses. So it can help out. Like I said, it's just not gonna work, you know, later down the road. So yeah, Ice Poseidon, like I said, A rank. She's above tier. So yeah, gonna go on to the next one. So we're gonna go ahead with your boy Ryugiri, your boy Kagetsuchi. Put him in an A. This one, yeah. So translate here. I got to translate this with what is this, Chrome? So yeah, your boy Katsugiri here. So yeah, man, this character here is pretty good as well. I know a lot of people are kind of sleeping on this character if they haven't really got him or use him. I have him at double S. I got multiple dupes of him, so he has been you know, one of my main units I can use and do that. Just recently got him up to 80 on my account here on CN. And yeah, man, this guy is very good. Now, a lot of people may not like how he fights, and that's okay, because I understand that he swings kind of slowly as well, but it's not as slow as the tiers. But when he hit his target and he start burning them, they're gonna feel it. So like I said, man, this man is pretty good. Like I said, you can put him, you know, AI as well if you're not using him as your main unit, but he will go in and get the job done. It's no different than, like, you know, Ice Poseidon, except, you know, like I said, he's more in your face and he's not range to that point where he's limited. So when it comes to people like him, like I said, when it comes to it's only 2 ranged characters I really trust on AI. Like I said, that's Hades and Hela, because like I said, she's using like these light beams and Hades using the puppets. Other ranged characters, they don't really fight well. So if you see how the healer fights, that, you know, the healing one for Poseidon, she fights similar to the ice one, except the ice one throws out ice, except she got ice abilities, but she still fight the same way. You talk about her auto attack and all those things, and when it comes to them, he's gonna go in your face. So like I said, he's also gonna get a buff later down in the road in the 1.0 patch, or 1.0 patch, I believe, once that come out. And yeah, or is it 1.0 2.0? One of those, that first anniversary. Sorry, I'm just gonna use that for an example. So for the first anniversary in a year, he's gonna get a upgrade. So he's gonna be more useful as well in those, even if you're not really doing much. So they're trying to make other units better over time, and they just recently did the latest one with another unit. So like I said, a pretty good unit if you're using fire. He's gonna fit that. You guys got to look at when you fight those enemies. The attributes means a lot. If you go in there without the same attribute, you're not going to do as much damage, and you're not going to be able to clear the enemies. But yeah, him pretty good. We can go ahead and go out of him. So next, I'll go out with your girl there. So that's this one. Just want to translate this one real quick. So we got her. Oku. So I always call her that for short. So as her here. She's okay, but I would put her here. I put her head a tier though. I put her head a tier there. So here, if you guys play with her, if you guys got her, that's the girl that used the pistols, and she also have the robot. So as you see, man, she summons the binding iron fist to strike enemies, which is, you know, physical damage power. Then of course she got these terrorist things here, which don't really do much. Then of course she got launch 222 to attack enemies in the front. You know, these are the modifiers. They go up almost near 1,000 damage, but it's just mainly physical. She leap up, attack enemies, etc., and some other things. So like I said, this character is okay. You can shoot the guns and whatnot, but this character doesn't really have a lot of use cases. This is why she filed down here with tier. And I mean, if you like her style, I would say, you know, that probably may propel you to use her. But she's a physical user, and you already got a lot of people that it's going to probably fill that void, and you're not going to really use her like that. So she's more with tier. Now I can see if you want to build her and build tier, I think they'll still be good. I mean, it's an S rank character at best. It's just that we're just comparing S ranks. We're not comparing A ranks, but it is a lot of other A ranks you're going to need to build, because as you guys know, most S rank characters have attack with A rank characters as the team attack. So you're not going to be able to focus on everybody. So you'll see that eventually when you have to manage your resources, because it's going to be a lot. I'm glad we're going through this smoothly. We're almost at the 12-minute mark. I'm going to make this too long for you guys. So I appreciate everybody still here with me right now. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe if you're not already done so. Like I said, she's pretty decent, but like I said, she's not nearly as good as the other ones. And she's down there with tier. She's better than him, though. She's better than him. So we're coming up to the main two girls, and we're just going to go ahead and go over it. So I'll do Kotachi last. I'm going to go ahead and give you girl Tsukiyomi. So as you guys know, this is the current banner unit here on global. And of course, this unit is very good. Now I just went over this character. If you guys looked at the last video, I gave you guys a should you summon video. But of course, in the tier list, we just have to go over it. So going from that video as well, as I told you guys, if you want this summon for the character right away, you can, but you don't really be forced to. But when it comes to this character is very, very good. Whether you control her, whether the AI control her, you build her right, she's going to do a lot of damage. So like I told you guys, as you build this character, of course you're going to need that right there, the key. Then of course other things as this character go up. So these are just her linking partners. But I just want to come down here to this girl here, Red Fox. I don't know where her name is translated to now, Makoto. Her got a team attack, and this A rank character right here is very good. So this A rank character here, this girl here with the purple hair, you're gonna need to build her. So like I said, this is not a A rank tier list, but let me just click on it real quick. This is not an A rank tier list, but this character here, this girl right here, this girl needs to be built on all accounts, and Tsukiyomi complements her very well. They are, you know, together like a pair, and you're just going to run them two together. It is what it is. Now, if you just don't have the means to get her, or you're rolling, whatever your methods are, I mean, it is what it is. But Tsukiyomi, very good character. Go up here to the tier list. She's an S rank character. This is global. She's up there for a reason, and she's just a very good character to use. And to me, one of the best ones to start off with. However, we come up to the last person on the list. We're going to go ahead and get Tsukiyomi up out of here. I showed you guys the build, but of course, the goats, you don't have these on global. You guys got to use the samurai heads. So you got to use those. So let's go ahead and move off this engraving here. And let's go ahead and go to the last person. So, of course, I don't know what her name is now on global, but we just go by Kotachi. This is the character that we want. So this is my favorite character. I told you guys initially, I did not get this character to start off, and I had to get this character off a S rank selector. So even going by this list, I mean, talk about the S rank selector last because I don't want to go over that with Kotachi. So first with Kotachi here, if you guys know her, she does physical damage, and this character can also use other elements, which is like wind, lightning, and some other ones. So, but yeah, when you use this character and you do the things, you know, she's going to be doing hand signs, doing ninjutsu, and she's going to be doing different things. So she got some different ones that I like, whether she can jump and throw like these cards, or she can jump and do like the spinning attack. So you got certain characters that are all over the place on the screen, and it can kind of help you dodge enemy attacks and also do things. So I like her because she seems like more of those technical characters that can do a lot of things. So of course we got the quickly slash enemies, that's her normal. Then of course her skill 1, she throws a large number of kunai and the attacks on that area, and then boom, cause a lot of physical damage. So as you see, we got that. Then of course we got the other things where you see this range go from 1000 all the way up to 2000, and then of course it will reduce physical resistance if enemy hit by 30%, lasts 10 seconds. This thing is very, very strong. So when it comes to her skill 2, turn to a thunder of Pradna, causing a total of, you know, damage numbers almost up to 700, lightning attribute damage to attack power. So of course with this, you're gonna be doing this with some regular attacks, and then you hit that. I think that's more of that spinning attack, and then it looked like it's greenish, and then she just hit boom and come out. If you guys see my videos of me playing with Kotachi all the time, you will see it. But yeah, man, skill 3, dash to the enemy's head and create a whirlwind, dealing some damage, getting up to 1000. Of course, here's the wind attack. So as you guys see, man, we had a physical attack, we had a lightning attack, and then we had a wind attack. So that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's using all these elements at once, doing a lot of damage. As you see, this is also going up to the 2000 range. Then of course you got her ultimate, or getting to closer ultimate here, skill 4. You know, sometimes this can change a little bit. You would see this, what is that? You would see the animation looks a little different. So of course, I guess it may mean something different if it's different color, but fire damage is her ultimate. You're gonna see her doom and just throw the bomb on the ground. But as you see, man, it changes here towards the end. So you can use Niji to cast mystery wind, causing damage to enemies within range, up to 2000 wind temperature, attack power, and reduce. Oh, no, I was reading the wrong one. So go down. So use Niji to cast mystery losing fire, which cause damage to enemies from range, like I said, up to 2000. The fire attribute damage with attack power and reduce you know, their resistance by 30%. So nearly the same, you know, reducing everything. So she's reducing, you know, resistances on all her skills right here. Boom, boom, then boom. So she's messing with all these elements. So she can be used a lot more utility wise, which is why I rated her so high, and where I would want, you know, this type of character. I want a character that is, you know, more of a jack of all trades. But like I said, this character is pretty good. Here's her key, and of course her partners as you go down. Kotachi, she uses her as well. See what I'm saying? They have a team attack. Then of course she has a attack with the what is this here as a Tsukiyomi. This one thing I do hate. I'm like, yo, please come out with an update where Kotachi has a attack with an S rank. So they need to do that where 2 S rank characters can do multiple attacks. I'm not gonna build this A rank Tsukiyomi. I'm just not gonna do that. But yeah, man. She also goes with her. It's another reason to have her with her. But yeah, man, she's very good. She can do a lot. So on this tier list, Kotachi is also here in the S rank. Now, if you want to put her above Tsukiyomi, that's where I would do it. But if you want to put Tsukiyomi ahead of her, you know, that's your opinion. But this is my tier list. Kotachi is the de facto waifu and the de facto unit. Tsukiyomi, like I said, will be the second best option. Like I said, because she's good. So like I said, you don't really need her, but she's very good, especially farming right now. I know a lot of people who've been playing the game, they're enjoying using her right now. But this is the current tier list, I would say, to wrap up the S rank modifiers for Aether Gazer Global, and you know who you could be potentially saving up for. So like I said, I say this for the end. I mentioned the S rank selector. So I had Tsukiyomi, I had Ashura, I had S Poseidon, I had Kagetsuchi, I had that girl, and I had Tier. So I was missing Kotachi on my S rank selector and I wanted her very bad. So I ended up finally getting her using the S rank selector. If you go look at that video, I was so happy. So yeah, if you manage not to get Kotachi early game, or get Ashura, or not probably get S Poseidon, or any of these units is probably missing, you can use that selector to get them. Now Tsukiyomi is not the character you can get from that because she's limited. So if you want to pull and get the limited character to get that out the way, hopefully you guys in global get a S rank selector, and then you can select one of these other units then. So make sure you guys make use to that. I can make a follow-up video from this. Just stay tuned to that. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, a CN vet like myself, just trying to help you global players out. So catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Bye bye.